must admit, I thought there was a light. It's dark, more or less. 10 to 6 on this Philips device. I thought there was a light that a backlight, and I'm a bit surprised to see that there's no backlight. But never mind, I've got a torch with me, the one that you put around your head, and I can tell that this is working, and also that it's number one. Again, I always feel nice when I clean the file, which I did just this afternoon, at this moment actually. The last one from yesterday, the 8th of January, is actually uploading to the channel. So I'm up to date. I have about 207 or 208 audio files at the moment, stretching back to I think it was maybe the end of 2020 or the beginning of 2021, I'm not sure. Maybe the beginning of 2020. But today felt like a good day. I did a little bit on my French Travail form online. I managed to put some of my old jobs up on the form by copying and pasting them from my CV, like Flo showed me. So that, even if it was only a few minutes, it felt like I don't feel guilty. I felt like I've done some little piece of something on that damn thing, for all the good it'll do. Also this morning I walked Tuco, and then I drove Mick Manley at 12:30. I had to drive him to Cadarache. When we got to the exit, it was actually, had to drive him a little bit further, past a couple of roundabouts. And it went okay, except it was raining and my vision is not too good in the rain. And then when I dropped him off, I turned around kind of intuitively, because I thought the road must go that way. It was the right thing to do, because otherwise it's just kind of one way in. But then when I got to the exit, this is something Flo would never do. I should have turned left, and I turned right. And I ended up going just for a few seconds or a minute or two down a road that looked to be going further into the whole Cadarache thing, because it just seemed to go down to more roadblocks and things where you'd have your pass and the drivers would have to show their ID. So I had to turn around on the road. Luckily there wasn't anybody there, and then drive back, and then I managed to find my way back to where I came from. And nowadays I've kind of decided to keep these things to myself. I don't say everything to Flo. Right, Tuco. Shall we go back? We've arrived at the tree here, to where the horses are now. But it's 5 to 6. Surprisingly, there's some light left in the sky, because of literally 2-3 weeks ago it was pitch dark at about 5:20. So it's dark now, but the evenings are definitely stretching already, just in a matter of a couple of weeks. And when I look up to the sky, I can see Venus and the moon. Tuco. So, and I uploaded all my audio files. So my machine here is blank. I mean, it's not blank now, it's got one, it's going to have one audio file on it. bizarre thought about the audio of the This Life channel. It's all private. And I was thinking, if anything happened to me, it'd be a shame, because everything, I don't think Flo would maybe find it and nothing would ever get out there. I should really make it public again and just throw that stuff out there so that it's there in the digital realm. There's no privacy wall blocking it for some reason. I can't imagine why anybody. I think it'd be kind of a form of torture if you had to listen to all these things. Even when I'm listening to them, I get bored, because they are really well, they're just the rambling day-to-day thoughts of a very ordinary, boring kind of person. Then again, I could say that perhaps is the majority of people. We're not all living the lives of the movie stars, super football stars, Kardashians, whatever. Most people are living this kind of a life. Anyway, I don't care. I just get some, I guess I could really say I get some therapy out of doing this. And you have to go kind of with your gut feeling. There's just something in me says this is useful, that it's kind of, it's just not a bad thing to do, you know. So that's the way I stand. Now what I got to do here before I carry on talking is I got to get Tuco, because I can't see him at all. And I'm walking back, and if he just steps into the road, no one's going to see him. Tuco, stop. Wait there. Stop. Stop. See, look at that. I don't see him until I'm nearly 2 feet away from him. Goodbye, Tuco. Just stay there for a minute, because I can't see it, can I? Sorry about all the noise of the microphone. I'm putting it in my pocket while I bend down. There! There you go. Sorry about that. That's probably quite noisy. So I also got 70 euros from Mick. That's pay for today and tomorrow. That cheered Flo up, and me. It's like I managed to get paid for doing a job. And I feel it's very good luck that it's hopefully a little bit of what's going to come. Not that I'm not going to become an Uber driver, but hopefully I'll have money coming into my account at some point. I've got to keep saying that to myself, because I really would like that. So that's a big motivation for me to keep going and putting myself out there for interviews, no matter how impossible it seems, or no matter how pointless some of the interviews are, or how sometimes the jobs in question they're very intimidating when you read the descriptions, because they list all these things, and of course they might not be that difficult. It's just jobs. There's just this thing about describing jobs these days. They have to describe a job in 20 bullet points when you could actually describe it in a sentence. Anyway, it's I'm going to go back. I'm going to finish recording my late date from last night, from the 8th of December. It was recorded. Hello. Good boy. Yeah, I'm going to do that. And then, that's after 6, so I guess it'll be time to get something to eat and then watch some Voyager. There was a time it was watch some Frasier, watch some Voyager, and then go to bed. Anyhow, I should say goodbye for now. Adios. Hello. It's funny how you feel so much colder some days than others. Today, it is 5 o'clock. I'm walking, you know who, but it feels freezing. It's like Flo said yesterday, I'm cold inside, you know. It's one of those days, if I had a bath, I'd contemplate taking a long bath to warm myself from the inside out. Yeah, I'm freezing. It's the 10th of January, Friday. I delivered McManly to Cadarash for the second time today. It was much smoother once you know where you're going and you know how to get back. And then I spent some time this afternoon, because I have to make some effort to do some job hunting, so I'm sitting down. I'm recording late date, which is a good incentive to get me into the laptop, at least. So I record the late date from the previous night, and then I spent some time looking at the Pole Employ thing. We did a bit yesterday, but the more I look at the jobs on offer for me, the more ridiculous my position seems with these jobs. They seem to be all very building site type jobs, or there's nothing simple, you know. They're never looking for someone just to pack things. It's always like we're looking for a line manager to supervise this and that. We're looking for someone to liaise with the clients and then sort out the deliveries and organize the trucks or something. So I've been online looking at remote working, which I was kind of saying to myself, it must exist somewhere where you can get a legitimate remote working job. There's got to be something where, in this day and age, where they just need someone to do something fairly repetitive that has some kind of a value. But unfortunately, as has always been the case online, when you type in working from home, you just enter a sea of scam. All these jobs promising you money for doing very little. And it's very hard to find something legitimate. I wish I could find something legitimate that would... If I could just find something I could do and I could earn some money online. Allez, Tuco, a bit further, yeah? Allez. It would take the pressure off me. I really have to make... I was saying it is something I could get a bit of an obsession about, trying to find something, because I can kind of get my teeth into it. I can watch YouTube videos, I can keep searching, I can join site after site. If necessary, I can go through all the motions of, you know, just seeing if something is legitimate. And it beats the hell out of staring at this Pole Employ thing, all in French, and I'm looking at it and I just don't know. I don't know one thing from the other, and all the jobs that keep coming up are like just ridiculous. Like looking for chef in busy kitchen, looking for gourmet chef, looking for a cake chef. I mean, what the fuck? And it's either that or it's all these very macho type warehouse jobs. Can you imagine me in that situation? So I've got to really realize that I think my only hope here is finding some English job that I can do on my laptop, and then they send the money to me. And even if it's not much, it might stop this terrible search. I've gone into what's his name? The Pet Detective. When he was Jim Carrey, when he was doing his Golden Globe speech. I'm Jim Carrey, 2-time Golden Globe winner. And when I go to bed at night, I don't dream any dreams. Oh no, I dream that I will be someday Jim Carrey, 3 times Golden Globe winner, because then I'd be complete. This terrible searching would be over. I'd feel so good just thinking about it. That should be my motivation every day now. Get up and just go scroll through the internet. Pray to whoever's up there to get some kind of online, some kind of half-decent job. And then I won't have to look at all those other stupid fucking jobs that are online there. And maybe I won't have to go to Pearl Almond or Douce and make a fucking idiot of myself during interviews. Wouldn't that be great? Do the stuff, get something right. Maybe talk to Ron about it. That's not a bad idea. I would be so happy if I could get something like that. Because it would just finish. It would finish all of this. This disturbing charade that I'm gonna have to do every day, you know, going staring at the fucking this page and that page, scrolling down through jobs that I don't understand, and listening to Flo with the best intentions, but sometimes going on about jobs that I could never do. Anyway. She's doing her best, but it's tough because it's an area that we were only ever good, that situation, back in 2003 or 4 when I was looking for a job in London, and Flo seemed to be okay about it. Now she gets very vexed very quickly, especially if I have a question or I can't do anything, can't do something. So it's not very pleasant. I hate that part, but I think with this new idea, it gives me something to just get on with. And if I can find something to do that's I'm genuinely looking for some work, then that will keep me busy for the perceivable future in the afternoons. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I've done this before and I keep forgetting about it, but the motivation when you think of what it would be like if you had success here, it's enough. It's a wonderful thought that might happen. The idea that I might be able to earn some money online without having to go through all the nightmare of the French language. I mean, my God, that would be just so great. if I could get involved in something and they're genuinely a decent company and they really just want someone that's willing to put the time in and I'm kind of that person, then I wouldn't have to worry about or listen to people going on about the French anymore. If I could earn my own wages, I'm kind of dreaming. But at the same time, there's got to be something out there. There's got to be something. For me, I have a decent laptop, I have a decent internet connection. I'm 59, I have some experience. I'm not a bad writer. I'm able to discuss things, I'm empathic, I've got some skills for something. If it could happen, it'd be like getting rid of a giant weight. Yeah. There you go, more wishful thinking. But this is something I'm gonna pursue it, because it's just it's going to keep Flo from getting all annoyed and crazy, because as long as I'm sitting in front of that laptop actively looking for some kind of a job, then she can't say anything. And also, of course, the prospect of maybe finding something here would really be so great for me. And Flo too, if I was able to make some money. I have to believe in the possibility of that. Hey, it's freezing. I'm walking home. Just down a little bit to where the pond used to be and out back. 2 hours walk before it gets dark. What am I going to do for the rest of this evening? We're both going to be together in the house all evening. Of course, I shouldn't really be too bothered worrying about that, because when you get to my age, the evenings don't last very long. They go pretty quick. Just an hour here, an hour there, and then you're going to bed. And tomorrow Flo's going off to a yoga weekend. So I have to walk Tuco, but there's no driving Mr. Manley, and I doubt very much if there'll be any job hunting this weekend. Unless I get some crazy inspiration. And I get it, it would be something to get obsessed into. Try lots of things. I have a strange connection with earning money. If I could earn 20 euros into my account, I'd be delighted. Because I'm aware if you just start, then things can go from there. It can lead to something more. I must sound quite stupid on this device. It's something you may be listening to in the future, and when my mind gets, sometimes your mind gets locked into something. I've just spent a couple of hours, not that much, it really feels like more. It feels like I've been 6 hours in front of the laptop. It's probably more like an hour and a half. But your mind gets locked into that mindset. And so I turn this device on, and there's no general discussion about a few things. It's just this obsessive one subject, and I'm like that kind of in the years to come, it probably seemed quite pointless. I might say to myself, although I probably won't because I understand, but somebody else may say, God, how could he be so obsessed about something? Could he not just leave it, talk about something else? I listened to a recording last night from May the 1st, 2020, I believe. And for 25 minutes all I talked about was transport fever. Because that was the thing I was engaged in at the time. And that was the thought that I was kind of consumed with. Quite kind of pointless, but I was just obsessed with that at that moment. Anyway, well, that's 15 minutes. These little audio things, they help me in some way. I'm not going to be, for me maybe in the future, see the way things go. To just show the way I was at this very specific moment in time. Oh, for fuck's sake. Just nearly gave me a heart attack. Fucking ducks. Ducks and took off. I didn't expect that. So, coming back, walking past the garages. Was I supposed to do something in the garage? No. It's one thing I thought would have been great. I thought I could have be on the banquet and just be selling stuff continually. I thought that would be a hell of a thing to keep you busy. Nice job, earn some money every month, but unfortunately I uploaded lots of stuff and didn't have a single sale in months, so I kind of gave up on that. Anyway, adios.